the break, MattyVision.com. Thank you, Scott Myers, for stopping by. Get that head cleared, kid. I am the world famous Matty, sometimes DJ Bugsy, sometimes Mad Matty the Moose, sometimes Foxy Foxes. But I'm not today. This is a doctor. That's a Muggsy McLovin. That's a Slater. That's a birthday boy here. And this is the sports report for December 19th.
Yes, that's right.
2012. This sports report is brought to you by the world famous Matty's 2303 West Side. Save a mom and pop store. We are going down. We are going under. Come by, support our new reimagine of Matty's. We got some original swag for you to wear. Got a One Direction shirt. Got a Good Karma shirt. Got a Sanity is Overrated shirt starting tomorrow, which will actually be today or yesterday, depending on you watch this video. I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to ask Muggsy to bang the gavel. All rise. The best local sports show in town is about to commence.
Wow. That was a mouthful. Only Ace Ventura could have done that.
All right, can I go home now?
We'll see what we can do. Anyway, it wasn't quite meant to be for Dunmore football last Friday. They went down to Hershey to play for the state championship, but they gave it their best effort. You can't argue the point there. I mean, they went down there. Clairton was a very good team, and they showed that they were with a 20-0 win. And it was more of a dominating game, considering it was only 20-0 on the scoreboard. I think the first clue Dunmore fans had, the first play of the game, Clairton ran like a rugby, a flag football play.
Getting eggs! Sorry, it's a flashback.
They threw one of those flag football plays where they threw it to one guy, they threw it to another guy. They got hit with a block in the back penalty, and they were on a 1st and 35 from their own 10-yard line, and they converted that with ease. They had a 13-yard pass and a 10-yard pass, and then all of a sudden they had the first down. They had all the momentum. I mean, obviously, Dunmore gets a stop there. That was probably the key to the game. If Dunmore can get a early stop or something that they could hang their hat on, but Clairton converted that. They scored to go up 6-0, and that was the score for a while. Clairton didn't score again until maybe the last minute before halftime, and Clairton's defense really played lights out. Everything Dunmore tried with their running game was met with resistance.
I'll tell you what, it did spark a lot of community pride between not only Dunmore, but Scranton was rooting for him, Riverside was rooting for him, and Abington didn't, because Abington doesn't like Dunmore. But that's another story.
Everybody had their back.
Yeah, I know, everyone was rooting for Dunmore. That was kind of cool, right?
All of Northeast PA came together and supported the Bucks, and they gave it a valiant effort. They kept it relatively close. They definitely kept the respect.
Yeah, it was the lowest point total that Clairton had scored all season.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at the scores of the Clairton games. They put up some major points this year. Dunmore held their own.
And they'll be back next year. I mean, Buckley's only a junior. Oh, party foul from DJ Bugsy.
Must be full.
That's contempt.
Yes.
Yeah, but Buckley will be back. A couple of the linemen will be back. I mean, Dunmore. It's the same thing year in and year out. You know the system's never going to change up there, so you just get new guys in there. You plug in the system and you go from there.
Buckley will be one of the headlining and returning players that we're talking about in the preseason next year. See how good, if he can even get any better than he already is, which he's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's a great player, and he'll certainly get his fair share of attention next year. He'll be. I mean, obviously, Seaman will be graduating, but you know what, Buckley's just gonna pick, and you know what, you never know. Dunmore, they'll just find somebody else to put in there at running back, and he can run behind that big offensive line. So that officially concluded the fall sports season with Dunmore's football team. The week before Christmas, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like the football. Usually the football season went 15 weeks. The 16th week's getting a little
too much, right?
Advantageous, but it was a requirement when the Philadelphia Public League entered into the mix a few years back.
Down and out? Having a bad day? Go to MattyVision.com, where smiles are not only guaranteed, they're also free. So go around and explore, have some fun, learn something, and who knows, you might even make a friend. MattyVision.com, we dream big.
But, that's football. Now, as far as basketball, wrestling, and swimming, I'm not gonna get much into it. I'm gonna have a full plate of it when we come back from the holidays. But there's always some pretty good holiday tournaments in the basketball. I mean, obviously the Lionette's always the headliner with Scranton, Holy Cross, Dunmore, Scranton Prep on the boys, and you throw in Abington Heights girls on the side there. It's always a well-attended tournament. We've been, me and the doctor are there.
Oh, we'll be covering that.
Maybe get some interviews this year, you think?
We'll see.
And another couple ones that are they'll get their attention. The Wilkes-Barre Coughlin tournament on the boys. It's going to have two of the best teams in this part of the state. You have Abington Heights' boys, as we know, with the Big Shout.
Well, it's the Big Shout.
And Wilkes-Barre Myers. Wilkes-Barre Myers is a top-ranked team in AA. They actually beat Holy Cross last night in a rematch of the District AA final last year, which Myers won. A lot of people forget that when Holy Cross's run to the semifinal game, Myers actually beat Holy Cross in the district final. But they actually meet in the semifinal. It's not a final, from what I'm understanding. At the Coughlin tournament, it's pre-drought. They don't seed it. It's you pick your team out of the hat, and that's who you play.
Ooh, that could be scary.
Yeah, and another one, the Honesdale JC's tournament. Honesdale, Walpole, Peck, both boys and girls teams are very good on each side. They'll be the favorites to meet in those five. The talent's spread out in basketball this year. I think it's hard to envision a season where we've had this much talent in basketball. I mean, in some years we had one headline player and a lot of good players. This year we have a lot of great headline players.
Yeah, you look in the papers, there's a lot of kids putting up a lot of points on the board, you know?
Yeah, and the talent's spread out. It's not just a Scranton, not just Abington. I mean, there's Susquehanna's got a couple good players up there. Western Wayne, I mean, the talent's spread out. This is, I think, the best year.
Do you think that could be a generational thing with athletes born into athletes and creating this? I mean, I was down in Carolina this week, and I had a half hour from University of North Carolina, Jeff. And there was some serious, and I mean, it was like 11-year-old basketball. Man, there's some ball handling skill there. These kids are great. Like, so they're starting at a young age.
Well, I think it's big.
Dylan Myers, shout out. Sorry.
Well, I think what's happening is, you look at it. You know Riverfront Sports across from Scranton Memorial Stadium. There's a lot of those places. They just sprout out, and those buildings have year-round sports. So
a lot more practice.
And I think a lot of kids are they're taking, if they exceed in a sport, they're only playing one now. Like I noticed that a lot of kids like they'll just specializing in one.
Yeah,
sport,
I think that's really become. Usually, you'd have a great athlete. He'd play two sports, or he'd try to play three. I think now, but I wouldn't say that's necessarily true because Shao plays football, basketball. Quiller plays football, basketball.
I think what the doctor's saying is there's more of an elite person that does that rather than most of the people will just take one sport and try to excel at that. But there are a couple Bo Jacksons out there that still try to step up.
As right now, there's more like baseball camps going on than which I tell you, we didn't have those when I was in high school.
They didn't have the Cal Ripken camp,
or like the Sandlot baseball. What was Electric City baseball?
The Glide Zone.
Yeah, theglidezone.com. And there's a lot of camps going on for specializing in sports all year round. So that's why they're getting better.
Yeah, it is what it is. And also while we're on we also congratulate the West Side Falcons for going down to Virginia this past weekend to compete in the national championships.
I think they played the Chicago Bears. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
And Cutler didn't do too well.
Oh.
We'll get to the NFL in just a minute. You're jumping the gun here a little bit.
I was just talking about the size. We heard the size of the other teams were just unbearably 250-pound 12-year-old boys.
12-year-olds.
that the West Side JV team shouldn't be playing against. There was a lot. It was an experience of a different.
It's a great experience to go down there. I mean, like the coach said, it's like taking your team to Williamsport for the Little League World Series.
Yeah. And I think the C team is ranked 3rd in the nation, right?
That's very good. That's a shout out.
Shout out to the C team and to the A team.
And to all the team, yeah.
Great job. We hope you had a life memory that you can share and everything. And almost got a bagel thrown at me. No bagel. It's right there. Cheers to the West Side Falcons football team. Is this it for them? I don't know. Is there going to be maybe they keep saying it's over, but then another game comes up. So maybe we got a Christmas Day game coming. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe we can have a challenge.
It's a magical season. They don't want to end it.
If not, we'll be
they don't want to turn in the pads.
I think they're going to play the winner of Notre Dame and Alabama.
February, maybe. Little segue there from the doctor. The gavel has been banged, so that means we're going to take a break right here. You're going to see some serious, awesome swag here on our Matty's Merchandise, brought to you by Matty's, 2303 Jackson Street. Save a local store. You're watching MattyVision.com. What's up, buddy? Start with the pro sports. Did somebody last week who really isn't that smart say that Tony Romo would throw for 350 yards and 2 touchdowns and beat the Steelers? I did. I think Dallas. I think Tony Romo throws for 450 yards.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Right here. This one. And what did he do?
He played well and he beat
354 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they beat the Steelers. So maybe I am a.
We're gonna take a break on NFL today. We're gonna talk NHL.
Wait,
what?
Wait.
No.
And if you're wondering, they're still on strike.
Yeah.
With no end exactly in sight.
All right, so we're gonna do some hockey talk here.
I want to know what they're doing in Toronto right now.
Hockey
If
talk.
you're gonna do hockey talking, then they need the puck.
What
You almost hit the girl. Don't hit the girl.
What are they doing in Toronto now with no CFL and no hockey?
They're signing a lot of pitchers. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, they might. I think they might have to be reading books or something. doing
Dickey.
something.
Yeah, they're doing a lot.
R.A. Dickey.
Not just R.A. Dickey. It's Jose Reyes.
But they lost John
Rocket
Farrell.
Ismail's still on the Argonauts, right?
Something like that.
Probably.
The Blue Jays have suddenly skyrocketed to the AL East favorites right now. I mean, what are the chances
You really think they're the favorites?
What are the chances your Red Sox don't even make it out of the cellar this year?
I'd put money on that.
I would say you really think they're going to be in last place this year.
I don't know. The Yanks might be, but they did sign Mariano and Pettit, so.
I mean,
1991 is called and said hi, by the way.
And of course, our good friend from last week, the Uke.
They got the Yuka.
That hat, we got a lot of feedback. People like the hat on you, by the way.
I heard.
They did like that hat.
Yeah.
If you want to wear it, you can.
That's why I was sick the last few days. Just to sign an aging veteran who has had Oh, whoa. Cut.
Yeah, you had to make your own house call.
What are we talking about, Doctor? Come on, let's get serious.
Let's get serious. We're going to the NFL.
No, I want to before the doctor gets serious. I heard late Monday night when the Jets lost, when they returned to their locker room, I heard Mark Sanchez threw his playbook in the locker room, and even that got intercepted.
Oh. Man, that was a good one.
Oh, that's a nice segue there, Mug. Let's listen.
Well, one of the Titans caught his playbook when he threw it in a tantrum. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
First of all, you spent $127 million trillion to get Tim Tebow, and now his chance to shine, and he's not even going to play.
Well, that just shows you
how much the coach didn't want
you
Tebow
know how much sense that makes.
You know what? You know what's going to be a shame is they're not going to have a lot of money for unemployment in this country, and a lot of the Jets are losing their jobs pretty soon, so they can't collect.
Does he want to get
Yeah,
fired? Like what? I don't understand. Like,
at this
why?
point,
it's a lost season for the Jets.
But let's take this serious, and this is part of the reason why I have an issue with the NFL. There's a lot of people that pay good money to go to these games.
Yeah.
And you got a guy like Tim Tebow that could help somebody else's team, and they, as a fan, be able to root for their team more, and he's just wasting away.
As a fan, it would have been better to watch
Jacksonville.
Tim Tebow
The Jets should have just let him go to Jacksonville.
Anywhere that he could have. Had he gone to the Steelers, would he have not set them up nicely?
You never know. Hey, what do you think, Mo?
Same thing with Alex Smith in San Francisco. San Francisco was a laughing stock in the NFL for years. Alex Smith slowly takes this team to a contender, and then you pull the rug out from under it?
Yeah.
Really?
They did. The Niners aren't hurting too bad as of now. It may come back to haunt them, but they don't have that veteran. But when they come up against real defense, and
I don't know. I got a lot of hate. I'm doing a lot of hate.
Yeah,
hater in the house over here.
I'm a lot of hate.
This guy is cloud nine because his Cowboys now control their own destiny in the division.
Dallas controls their destiny. Well, three-way tie record-wise in the NFC East. Everyone's 8-6. Giants,
Redskins.
No, not the Eagles. Oh,
The Stinkles.
And Washington's actually on top by way of the win they have over Dallas.
All those tiebreakers, but it's simple in the NFC East. The Redskins and Cowboys both win this week. They meet on the third.
And the showdown, John Wayne style.
The last
Just
game
like
of
hot
the year,
dog.
the NFC East, and
Washington.
And I'm hearing RG3 is going to be returning this weekend.
I think we're going to go ahead and make a pretty educated decision. I think the Eagles are going to lose to the Redskins. Even though they are in Philly, they're going to try to play spoilers, but that might not even matter. Dallas plays New Orleans.
Yes.
And
the Giants
are at Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Baltimore really needs to win.
They both need the win. I think the Giants are trying to use their 2011 formula. Look like a champion one week, then tank another week, and then everybody's saying, "Oh, Giants are done. Coughlin's on the hot seat," and then they come out and win the Super Bowl.
Well, not everybody can be consistent like the Eagles and Jets, Mugs.
Yeah, you did not count them out though.
Well, the Giants still control their own destiny for one of the wild card spots.
If they win two,
with all those crazy. Imagine had the Inter touchdown. That does not have. They're all 8-6. The Cowboys, the Eagles, not the Redskins, Seahawks, Giants, etc., etc.
There really isn't a dominant team this year, is there? There's no team going to break the record.
NFC.
I even said that during the 49ers-Patriots game. I think it's becoming more of a week-by-week season. It's a one-week season anymore.
That's what Rex Ryan said.
Most people are liking the Niners and the NFC. And the AFC actually was wide open with Denver.
The Steelers had a chance.
Yeah, the Steelers were looking good early on.
They had a chance last week to still win the division. I mean,
it's tough. You got Broncos, Houston, and New England. They're the top three dogs in the AFC. Niners pretty much stand alone in the NFC as the favorite, I would say. Packers are coming
What
out
about the
rather
Falcons?
strong too,
You say
and the Falcons. Yeah,
The Falcons.
Didn't forget.
Oh,
See, I forget Matt Ryan because
Matt
I don't
Ryan-
expect him to be in the playoffs for too long.
Yeah, he's always been one and done.
I think the
They had a very impressive win over the Giants.
Giants.
The team I'm looking forward to watching is Andrew Luck and the Colts.
Hey, we'll see.
Yeah,
they
Chuck
might make a little
Pagano.
Exciting.
noise.
Coach
The whole-
Pagano, yeah, you know.
The whole Colts story from dropping Manning and bringing in this young guy, and then the whole coach situation and shaved cheerleader heads. I mean, it's a
He has
great whole
4 or 5 comeback wins. He has Andrew Luck this year.
He's got a lot of luck.
Yeah, if they beat the Chiefs, they're in the playoffs.
Let's talk about these rookies. You got Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck.
I don't want to talk about
RG3.
I don't want to talk about rookies.
Have you ever remembered 3 rookie quarterbacks coming in and contributing? this month?
They're
Peyton
and
Manning,
even Cousins last
Tom
week,
Brady,
and the
they
game
say.
the Redskins needed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Riley.
It's a new NFL.
How about another story? Adrian Peterson is on the cusp.
And now that's a great story. I mean, Adrian Peterson
just a year ago
did
blew out his knee.
MCL and ACL.
Yeah, everything.
And the way
Every CL your knee has, his torn.
Yeah.
He had to get surgery. You
and
know?
the way he's running it makes you wonder. Was this guy really injured, or was he just playing us?
Right now he has 1,812 yards.
He's
Of course, that's under 188 yards ago for 2,000, which is in its own right a huge milestone.
and if he keeps playing like this, he might be able to break Eric Dickerson's record.
He has 293 yards to go. Last week he rushed for 202.
Yeah.
And most importantly, he's on my fantasy team, and I'm in the championship.
Wow.
That's the most important thing. And it really is. It really is for me.
You're promoting.
One more week,
You're
Adrian.
promoting your own fantasy
more
team.
week.
That's not
the
right on
Ramblin'
the show.
Ramblers is the name of my team.
I'm not going to
if
mention
you're
my team.
Me neither.
Because you guys,
I have one
I'm
win.
probably the only one still playing.
I have one win.
Exactly. I had 5.
I have one win.
5. I started off 1 and 5, and then I won 7 of 8 to get in the playoffs.
I started off 1 and 5.
Oh,
and then
you're
I
a
went
late
1 and-
bloomer.
That's it. A late bloomer. All right. That's all I got so far. I'll let you know how I do next show in my championship game for fantasy. I know you're all will be wondering. And that's it. I don't have a gavel to bang, but I'm sure I'm done.
Muggs, you want to say something?
Oh, yes, we do want to dedicate this show to the victims of the Newtown, Connecticut tragedy last week. I think it's safe to say that that's all that you can't even find the words to describe it.
Yeah, it's completely horrible what happened, and this. I don't even have words, but the outrage of people saying it's guns' fault, this and that. I'm scared of guns, but if you take away guns, bad people will find other ways to hurt. You just need better precautions to stop something like this to protect our children.
Of course, see something, say something. There's
That's
going to
it.
be some legislation that comes from
That's
this.
it. And just the
To an extent.
horrible years to come for the families of this town, and just I can't give enough prayers to all of you. So our hearts are the world's hearts are all with you this year. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes. All right. Well, that has been the sports report for December 19th, 2012. We hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. I don't know if we'll do a show before New Year's. Maybe we will. Maybe we don't.
But happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes. Anything, Doctor?
I hope your Hanukkah was great.
Yes.
That was it.
Yes.
What about Kwanzaa?
Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Boxing
Merry
Day in
Kwanzaa.
Canada.
I hope Charlie Brown gets to kick the football. That's very important for me. And coming up after the break, One Line with Phil. You're watching MattyVision.com. We dream big.